Hola, muy buen día a todos los que se encuentran hoy conectados. Mi nombre es Eva Michea, analista tecnológico de Expande, y voy a ser su presentadora el día de hoy.
Good morning. I am Eva Mite. I will be your presenter today. We're very happy to be launching an open innovation call with a client at SQM in line with its commitment to develop a more sustainable world. Has decided to launch Genius Challenge, and it is an initiative to look for the best solutions nationally and internationally. Today, you will be able to get to know the objectives, impact scopes, and solve all the doubts that you might have with the application process, which is open from today on geniuschallenge.cl. I would like to invite you to follow the event through our Twitter at Expande Minería with the hashtag Genius Challenge. I would also like to comment that we have a Q&A session at the end of the meeting to solve the doubts, and we would like to invite you to access the platform vvox.app, where you will be challenging all your doubts and questions. Please put the meeting ID 164633421. We have simultaneous interpretation, and you need to select the language of choice at the bottom part of the screen. Would like to invite you to hear Ricardo Morgado that will give us some opening words. Thank you, Eva. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here with us, the official lounge in Adenas. Last year, we started working in a collaborative job with SQM to develop an open competitive process that would allow us to promote the largest number of companies and startups, as well as technology centers and universities to participate, expand the open innovation for resources in Fundación Chile has launched over 250 challenges to look for the satisfaction of the demand of innovation and connect that demand with the supply of offers that are present in different ecosystems of innovation. Today, Genius is part of that. And we want this activity today to be well received by you and pay attention to the scope, key dates, as well as the communications channels that are open so as to facilitate that application and participation. We're very happy to be here, and we hope we can maintain communication in the following months. Thank you so much.
Agradecemos a Ricardo por sus palabras.
Thank you, Ricardo, for your words. And now we would like to offer the floor to Pablo Timides, nitrates and iodine manager from SQM, that will give us a general vision of the company, why the company is launching this, and why the company is committed to a more sustainable future. Good morning, everyone. I wanted to greet everyone that has made this possible, everyone. And we're very happy for the Genius Challenge. I just wanted to start explaining why we are doing this. In SQM, our company, innovation is very important. We believe in innovation. We are constantly looking for that. And we do that because we think it's the only way to see the challenges and the challenges of our clients. And this happens in all our business units. That's why innovating is something so important for us. and we are walking towards that direction. Now, through this Genius Challenge, what we want to do is to continue on this innovation. We want to continue with an innovation model, not only the internal and external, and the whole ecosystem and the assistance of expanding. And this is the interesting challenge that why we wanted to do this with iodine. Iodine is a very important element, it's present in our daily lives. We all know, and maybe some don't know, that it's present in medicine, in food, in different industries. And in spite of being used in our daily life, we think there is more space for applications of iodine. A world that is demanding cleaner energies, efficient use of water. We think that iodine could have a space in these trends towards a more sustainable world that is so important. And working in a joint collaboration with an ecosystem where it has startups, innovation centers, and also individuals. With this open innovation model, we think we're able to move forward in the new technology solutions that has a potential development of iodine and also the sub-products. For that, we have defined 7 challenges of innovation. They go from application of technology of solar cells to produce energy, or how to add iodine for nutritious add-ins or for crops, and also different applications to demonstrate that there are different applications. So the call is well advanced, and we hope that you can all participate with good ideas, and we can work together in the search of better applications and make this a better world. Thank you so much. We're very happy to be here. Thank you, Pablo. Few words. Continuing with the program, Juan Pablo Velolio, the iodine sales manager, will present the objectives and scope. Hello. Thank you. Good morning. Thank you for connecting. And good afternoon for the ones that are in Europe and Asia. My name is Juan Pablo Velolio. I am a sales manager. I would like to add up to what Pablo just mentioned on the Genius Challenge. First of all, SQM is a Chilean mining company with businesses around the world, and from the north of Chile is presenting strategic solutions for sustainable development, health, food, technology, clean energy that move the world. We have 5 business lines, and all of them, we have a world leadership and nutrition, iodine, lithium, potassium, and solar salts. The way we have arrived into the industries, is through permanent innovation. And to continue with that, we want to promote collaboration with Expande, with different ecosystems of innovation to promote technology development through new solutions that are focused on iodine. In this case, through the Genius Challenge, we would like to identify the best proposals that can achieve new markets, new applications, fostering the use of iodine and the derivatives at a national and international level. Along with Expande, we have identified 7 challenges of interest. The perovskite, solar cells, semiconductors, refrigerants, biocides, use and consumption of iodine in humans and animals, biofortification, and 7th, polymers. A brief description of this will come next. However, the most important thing is to point out that the proposals, they need to be framed in one of these 7 lines of action, and they should also consider the use of iodine. For further information, please go to geniuschallenge.cl. Through this initiative, we are calling individuals, companies, startups, research centers, or any other research centers or entities that are validated with labs that are legally constituted in their own countries, teams or consortiums that are also valid, but they have to have a responsible institution.
The awardees from this call will receive $120,000 at first place, $60,000 and $30,000 for second and third place. And the idea is that through this, SQM could support them in going to the next degree of technological maturity, or TRL. But in terms of money, that's not the only benefit, because the awardees will also be able to count on the support of us as a leading company in iodine at a global level, and also to accelerate the time to market towards the solution. And you will also have the support of Expande with all our knowledge and know-how regarding our network of contacts. An interesting part of our collaborative work is to find the right partners for each one of these innovations. In this case, SQM has decided to work hand in hand with Expande and Fundación Chile, since we all have experience in these ecosystems to create virtuous circles between the challenges, natural resources, and innovative resources that come from national and international consortiums. Last, I would like to mention that through this submitting, we are not seeking for the innovation property of all the challenges responses, but we would like to support you in going through the next TRL, so that you might be ready to incentivize also the use of iodine at a global level, and also, of course, have a better world where we all live. We would like to then extend this invitation to everyone to submit to this Genius Challenge, and you will find all the information related to it. Thank you very much, Juan Pablo, for your explanation, quite clear. And I would like now to yield the floor to Victoria Cortines. She's the technological manager from Expande. She will talk about the process itself, terms, requirements, etc. Victoria, please. The floor is yours. Thank you very much, and good morning. Welcome to the Genius Challenge submitting launch. And I would like to present to you which will be the challenges, specifically what are we looking for, how do you continue through this process in our platform. As Juan Pablo mentioned, Genius Challenge is looking at promoting the technological development of solutions involving use and applications of iodine and its derivatives. Our objectives are to identify technological solutions that have potential to develop new markets for the use and application of iodine and its derivatives. We would also like to find how to speed up the time to market of these solutions so as to contribute to increase our global demand for iodine and its derivatives. Why? Why should we apply? Because the prices that will be awarded are around $120,000, $60,000, and $30,000, so as to move forward to the next TRL. At the same time, you will also have the support from a leading iodine production company such as SQM, and you will have access to the Fundación Chile and Expande networks. Who can apply? Well, any natural or legal person that is legally constituted. In other words, you can be companies, enterprises, institutions, researchers, and also individuals. SQM and Expand extends an invitation to promote collaboration and complement capabilities between companies or other entities. And finally, it's also important to highlight
que serán evaluadas
that the solutions that will be assessed in Genius Challenge will only be the ones that have a validation scale, and that means that we will have a TRL that is just as or higher than 4. What are the criteria for Genius? First of all, we will see what's the technical proposal conditions, the characteristics of the solution, the degree of novelty, the TRL, and the benefits. We would also go through the iodine and derivatives market. So which will be the consumption to be able to produce the solution, and what is the potential market that will replace or substitute your proposal. Another area that we'll also be evaluating is the development of strategy and capabilities, the work plan, the success KPIs, the capabilities of the team, the infrastructure that is available, and the institution or institutions that will be involved in the development of the project. What are our areas of interest? Well, Juan Pablo mentioned them. We would like to develop market for solar cells, semiconductors, refrigerants, biocides, use and consumption of iodine in humans and animals, biofortification, and polymers. For solar cells, we can say that currently is silica the one that we are using the most. Nevertheless, today our market is looking for other um, other type of elements, such as the perovskite solar cells, which contain iodine in the structure, and that's why it's so interesting to us. There's more efficiency, it's flexible, it's versatile, and it's lightweight, which means that it can be transported and installed more easily. For this challenge, we are looking for the development of perovskite solar cells that contain, of course, iodine in their structure, and that helps us to improve efficiency, versatility, and reduce the cost of solar energy as part of the innovative solution. For example, we know the development of cells kind that use methylammonium, lead iodide, cesium iodide, and lead, and also other types of such as the CF3I, like the ones that we are currently using. The semiconductors solutions promote the use of iodine compounds in the production of these isolators. The semiconductors are used in electronic solutions and others, such as aeronautics or hospital equipment, or etc. And the demand has increased in the last years, especially because of 5G and technological advances such as the Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, among others. In this production, there is a scale area that's called etching. Etching means removing this surface substrate to have this pattern of upon the semiconductor. In this specific etching process, we know we have to use some iodine, such as the CFR3I or the trifluoroiodomethane iodine, as well as others, such as dione, iodine, in the solutions of gold semiconductors. Let's talk about refrigerants. These are elements that use as cooling systems to try to dissipate it in different phases areas. We usually use refrigerants for medicine, food, air conditioning, devices, etc. Now, currently, the refrigerants that are used the most are the ones that have gases, hydrofluorocarbides, and although there is no ozone damage, the presence still, when emitted, can perform as a greenhouse effect um, deterrent, which means that it goes against our goals. That's why we have a challenge in the industry to have others that are non-flammable, not flammable, friendly with environment, and with a low degree of global warmth. That's why we are using the refrigerants that use iodine compounds, such as the ones we have mentioned already, the CFL3. Biocides. These are innovative solutions. We're looking for innovative solutions that, because the idea of these biocides is to neutralize and somehow inhibit the action on any detrimental element. The idea is that there is a capability of biocides to break upon all the proteins and nucleic acids. That is why the biocides and biospheres are used, because they are disinfectants and antiseptics and have many applications in not only human beings but also industrial chains. That's why we are using for innovative solutions that are using medical and dental alternatives in disinfectants and antiseptics, and new alternatives of biocides for industrial waste with low environmental and toxicological effects. Once again, some examples would be, for example, the PVP sprays, the iodized dressings, controlled release medical devices, dyes that or paints with polymeric nanoparticles, controlled release technologies for water disinfection or industrial use, self-disinfecting materials, and others. Use and consumption of iodine in humans and animals. The iodine, once again, an is an essential specific compound for as a consumption. And although we have been including it in salt, we also have to consider. I'm sorry, but she froze. I'm sorry, but we lost connection with Victoria, so we are going to wait for a few minutes until we fix this technological problem. But we'd like to mention that you can write all your questions in the Vivox platform. You can have access through the vivox.app, and you only have to write the meeting ID 164633421 if you want to leave your questions or queries there. You also have there all the information needed on the QR if you want to scan it with your cell phone camera. I don't know if we have Victoria back. Yes? Okay, then since we haven't, why don't we go to the questions and answers? Let's try to look at the questions that have been asked during this morning. Do we have any questions so far? And I would like to highlight that this is a very good moment in case you have any questions about the submitting process, because they are going to be answered live. So you are all invited, as I said before, to go through vivox.app. You will have, of course, to register with your name and company, and then you will have to enter your meeting ID 164633421. Let's wait for questions to pop up.
Vamos a esperar unos par de minutos más para ver si vamos recibiendo
Let's get a
consultas.
couple of minutes. Let's wait a couple of minutes before we start answering the questions. It's a very important moment for us because you can answer all questions you might have about this submitting proposal. Remember that you will be answered live. You just have to go through bvox.app and then 164633421, and you will be able to leave your answers there.
Ahí también tienen habilitado el QR, si gustan escanearlo con sus celulares.
You can also scan the QR code with your cell phones if you want to access through there. Let's wait then a couple of minutes.
De todas maneras, también destaco que lo dejamos
I would like to point out that we are all invited, of course, in the future to participate through the webpage www.geneuschallenge.cl if you want to submit your proposals. Let's wait a couple of minutes if we have to see if we have any questions. This is a very important instance in case you want to answer any questions or doubts, clear out all your doubts you might have before applying to this challenge.
Perfecto, acabamos de recibir las primeras preguntas.
We just received the first questions. First question, Jorge. What is the TRL level that the initiative should have? TRL levels for the initiatives? I will open the microphone so you can answer the questions.
Hola, buenos días. Perdón, me desconectó el internet.
Sorry, my internet got disconnected. I can answer that question. The TRL level, well, the initiative should have a TRL 4, should be validated at a lab scale. Thank you. Victoria? Eva, you want me to continue with the presentation? Please let me know where I got cut off. You were explaining the guidelines and the verticals of the call. The use of iodine in animals and humans. Okay. Please let me know when you see the presentation. Okay, we will continue now. The use and consumption of iodine in humans and animals. As I was telling you, iodine is a micronutrient, key micronutrient, and the lack of iodine has been reduced in the last years, but it is important for pregnant women and children. One of the ways to supply iodine is bars and supplements. It is important for animal feed and to increase production of the milk and for the also the cows and for the livestock. In medical area is used as an agent of radio contrast for medical procedures. That's why we're looking for innovation in the use of iodine in humans, animals, as well as medical procedures. Biofortification is a process that has as an objective to increase concentration of the edible parts of vegetables so as to increase the availability of iodine through food and in soil, hydroponic, cropped, and with innovation. There is fertilization of lettuce and potatoes, biofortification of tomato with iodine. And what we're looking for is solutions in biofortification in plants and animals so as to increase fortification. Lastly, We have the polymers, polymeration, the use of catalysts that are used in the chemical industry. The use of the molecule of iodine has been promoted due to a low cost, ease of management, and it is friendly with the environment. One of the main uses of iodine as a catalyst is for synthetic rubber specific polymers. It's used in chemical production, coloring agents, and dyes, etc. That we want to look for iodine used as a catalyst, as a reagent, or as a raw material for polymer production. Regarding the timeline and key stages of the process, today we start searching for solutions where there is a presentation of the call for the systems. And this stage starts today, March 14, and ends June 6. Then there is a pre-selection stage where the proposals will be analyzed and evaluated. Technical proposal, iodine market, strategy of development, and capabilities of the team. Selection will be from June, pre-selection from June 7 to till July 29. Then selection, where we have the evaluation committee that could conduct one-to-one interviews and the applicants. So just to better understand the proposals. And the next stages of the challenges, and also a preparation stage of the demo day. Demo day preparation is to standardize the quality presentation, and the demo day will be September 28th, where the selected participants will be presented and it will be awarded. How to apply? There is a page of the challenge, genuschallenge.cl, where you will find all the information necessary for the call and the application, and you can submit in the submission platform in the brightidea.com Genius Challenge, create your account, and participate. How to apply? On the site, you will know that you already have an account created. You will have on the top right part of the screen your name. Then in documents sections, you will download the terms and conditions. And in help, there is a detailed instructions on how to apply. And then on how to, you have all the, submit the proposal, save the draft, and in the help section, you will see the frequently asked questions. Thank you so much. Thank you, Victoria. Complete explanation. And now we will go back to the Q&A through the vvox.app. You will have all the questions, and put the meeting ID 164633421. Sergio is asking, is the application form available? Yes. Today is the official opening of the challenge, and you can see that you can create an account and you can apply, and you will see the form. Thank you, Victoria. Questions? Jorge again. What are the evaluation criteria? Volume of the yearly demand, TRL, etc. Yes, 3 areas. 1, technical proposal. 2nd, the market, iodine market. And 3rd is the capacity and development of the proposal. You will be able to see this in terms and conditions on each area, what they will ask, what it will be evaluated. Thank you, Victoria.
¿Tenemos más preguntas hasta el momento?
Questions?
Sergio pregunta sobre si
Sergio?
entregan premios por cada vertical.
Each vertical will have their own award.
Ricardo?
I can answer. Well, best solutions, not on each vertical. So it's the best solutions that are the ones that will be awarded, recognized. So on the best solution, we need to see what are the solutions received. We will segment them, and we will see what are the ones that have the greatest possibility or feasibility to be carried out.
Ricardo. Y tenemos más preguntas.
Questions?
Sergio también nuevamente pregunta, en caso de ganar un premio,
Sergio,
¿podemos usar
in
los
case
fondos en lo que uno
of
tiene requisitos?
receiving an award, can you use the funds in what you consider necessary, or there are requirements for the use of those funds obtained?
Yo puedo decir una parte y después Ricardo complementa.
I will say one part and Ricardo will add up.
El objetivo de Genius
The
es
objective
poder avanzar
of Genius is to move forward in technology,
por ejemplo, 4 a 5.
TRL 4 to 5, or from 5 to 6. So the challenge and the funds are focused based on a work plan and with KPIs for the development of the technology. You need to use those funds in a work plan. And that work plan has to be as clear as possible so as to see the status, see how it advances, how it moves forward, and to move it forward,
Sí, muchas gracias Ricardo y Victoria.
Thank you, Ricardo and Victoria.
Vamos dejando también, por favor, sus últimas preguntas. ¿Tenemos más preguntas por el momento?
Questions?
Fernando Zúñiga consulta
Consortiums can apply? Can consortiums apply? JVs? Yes, of course. One of the ideas of SQM and Expanded is collaboration among different groups. So even though there is no special score, yes, we foster that. We foster the participation of consortiums.
¿Tenemos preguntas pendientes?
Pending questions?
Sergio pregunta.
Sergio
¿Presentar documentos
is asking, should I
TRL
present documents to credit the TRL of my invention?
Ya, ok. Sí, o sea,
Yes.
la idea es que, por ejemplo, si estás en un TRL
If
5 y ya
you are in a TRL 5 and there is a lab test related to that, you need to present the document that validates the lab test in a real life environment. It is important to point out that there is a pre-selection stage where the background information will be reviewed, and then prospect stage. It is probable that these companies that pass the first stage will be contacted so as to ask for further information and to validate the proposal.
Perfecto, Victoria, muy clara tu explicación.
Thank you, Victoria.
¿Nos queda alguna pregunta pendiente?
Any other question? Yes. Carlos Gonzalez is asking, how do you manage the aspects on intellectual property? As Juan Pablo commented, industrial property, intellectual property is for the developer. SQM is not interested in the intellectual property or the copyright because SQM is not focused on the development of iodine technology. Yes, and I would like to add that these questions, many of these questions are answered in the terms and conditions of the process. So therefore, I would like to invite you all to read this because it is all stated in the documents about copyright and in the terms and conditions. There is an NDA, non-disclosure agreement. If you need to sign that a non-disclosure agreement, no problem with that. Expande is careful with the copyright issues, and we are aware of that, and we have all the background so as to avoid going against those copyrights.
Thank you very much, Victoria and Ricardo. Okay, last questions. Sergio is asking, if I am from the University of Chile, can I apply with the support of foreign partners? The answer is yes, of course. Anyone can apply, in other words. You can do it along with technological centers, foreign companies, corporations, even individuals. This is an open invitation to anyone who would like to submit their proposal. Of course, it has just to be based on the right partnerships or alliances and the right proposal, but that's the only requirement. Clear. Thank you, Victoria. And let's continue. Javier Marin is asking, the support you mentioned from SQM is only for the first position or is also for the second and third awardee? Ricardo, please, would you take this? We have defined today to support 3 companies, to award 3 companies, but we will be very aware of the quality, since we understand there are different solutions that might bring us to restate certain aspects. We will, of course, let you know in advance what we're mentioning, but we have, as far as we speak, we have defined this is going to be for the first awardee, but we will see what the demand supply is or the increase of the demand. I'm sorry, this is Juan Pablo. I understand that if there's a second or third place, and if they are attractive initiatives, they will also have our support in terms of the development, although they have not been the first one. That's what I would like to mention. Thank you very much, Ricardo. And another question? No? Okay, so we do not have any other open questions. So we are then closing this Genius Challenge, and we would like to invite you all, everyone, to participate to our webpage, www.geniuschallenge.sqm.cl, where you will find all the information needed and the frequently asked questions. You will also find answers to many of the questions you asked today and some others that might be pending. So thank you very much for your attendance. And once again, you are invited to apply. Thank you.